Hi, I'm Michelle Aiello. I'm the organizer of the Kentucky Fried Zine Fest, and today I'm going to show you how to make a zine. Okay, so the first step in making a zine is creating your master copy. There are different stories about how it got started, but a lot of people say that zines started in the 50s with science fiction fanzines, and then moved on to different cultural movements like the punk movement of the 70s, and zines also had a really big resurgence in the 90s, and then today when people are getting more back into analog culture. Zines are essentially DIY publications, so people write them mostly out of a labor of love. They don't really make a lot of money, they're more of a passion project, and they can be made in a variety of different ways, from using computer programs to just cut and paste. One thing that has always been very important to the zine world is for marginalized people to have a voice. Some zine publishers talk about things that are maybe a little bit too niche for a general audience, so it gives them a chance to say what they need to say without worrying about whether anyone is going to think that's okay or not. They can just do what they want. So for this particular zine, I'm going to turn the orientation this way because the art that I found kind of fits better that way. So this is how I do the layout. It's very low tech, cut and paste. I always want the fest to have an educational component. It's about showing work, but it's also about educating others about what you do and how you do it. This year I feel really lucky because we are at the UK School of Art and Visual Studies, so we have so many talented professors here who can lead workshops, teach people about printmaking, graphic design, all these hands-on things that have been kind of challenging in the past to do, but here in this building they're all accessible. So that pretty much excites me the most about this year's fest. So now we have the cover, and I have all the graphics and text where I think I want it. And then what I would probably do after this is cover this with a layer of tape because that way you won't have the edges showing when you copy it. Also, there wasn't a Zine Fest in Lexington. I believe they just started one in Cincinnati, but before that there was no Zine Fest in the region. So I wanted to bring independent publishers, comic artists, art book creators to Lexington and to kind of offer another facet to our arts and culture scene here. My idea for the layout of this zine was to take little blurbs that I wrote about downtown businesses and put them in like this, and then pick an image to go with them. We've had exhibitors from all over the country and even internationally. We have a really large representation of people that come to the Zine Fest. Our website, kfzines.org, has all the information you need, the times, how to become an exhibitor. We have our registration form on there. We have a fact section. We have a Welcome to Lexington section where you can learn about different parts of Lexington. So there are a lot of resources on that site. And we're also on Facebook and Instagram. And then take it to a copy place and then come up with something like this. This is a program for one of our past Zine Fests that I made, and I thought it would be fun to make it in the style of a zine. So that's how you put together a zine, and I hope to see you on September 29th at the Kentucky Fried Zine Fest.